Ryan Paevey has always had a special connection with television audiences. For many fans, his presence on screen became something they looked forward to, especially during his years as Nathan West on General Hospital. His calm personality, emotional performances, and memorable storylines helped him build a loyal fan base that continues to follow his career even when he is not appearing regularly on television. That is why his absence from the acting spotlight has created so many questions. Fans have been asking the same thing again and again. Where is Ryan Paevey now, and could we see him on television again? The conversation has become especially emotional because many viewers still remember the impact he had during his time on General Hospital. Even though Ryan has moved into a different chapter of his life, his supporters have not forgotten him. Ryan Paevey's absence has fans talking. When an actor becomes a familiar face on a long-running television show, audiences can become deeply attached to the character they play. Ryan Paevey experienced exactly that. His portrayal of Nathan West made him a recognizable name among soap fans. Nathan's relationships, family connections, emotional struggles, and dramatic moments gave Ryan plenty of opportunities to connect with viewers. When Ryan eventually moved away from the role, fans naturally wondered whether his absence would be temporary. Years later, that question still appears in fan conversations. Some viewers continue to hope that Ryan might return to daytime television. Others understand that he may simply be enjoying a different lifestyle and exploring interests outside of acting. And that difference in perspective is important. Ryan's absence does not necessarily mean that something is wrong. Sometimes an actor simply decides to prioritize other interests, personal time, creative projects, or a quieter lifestyle. So, where is Ryan Paevey now? The biggest question is also the easiest to misunderstand. Ryan Paevey has not necessarily disappeared in the literal sense. Rather, he has become much less visible in the traditional television world compared with the period when he was regularly appearing on General Hospital and Hallmark movies. That distinction matters. Fans who are used to seeing someone on television every week can feel as though the person has suddenly vanished when they stop appearing on major productions. But being away from television does not mean an actor has stopped living an active life. Ryan has spoken publicly over the years about his interests beyond acting, including his appreciation for a more hands-on lifestyle and creative pursuits. Those interests have helped shape the direction of his life outside the soap opera spotlight. For fans, however, the absence can still feel significant. The Nathan West connection remains strong. One major reason Ryan's name continues to appear in General Hospital conversations is Nathan West. Nathan was not simply another character. For many viewers, he became an important part of the show's emotional history. Ryan brought a combination of warmth, seriousness, humor, and vulnerability to the role. His scenes with other major characters created storylines that many fans still remember. That is why even years after Ryan's departure, viewers continue to discuss the possibility of seeing him again. Some fans believe Nathan's story left a lasting impression. Others simply miss seeing Ryan himself. And then there are viewers who would be happy with almost any new project featuring him. Whether that means a television movie, a drama series, a guest appearance, or another completely different project, the interest remains. This is probably the biggest question surrounding Ryan Paevey. The honest answer is that fans should be careful about treating speculation as confirmation. There has been plenty of online discussion about possible returns, but unless Ryan himself or an official production confirms a new acting project, viewers should not assume that a comeback is happening. At the same time, an absence from acting today does not automatically mean an actor will never act again.
People change.
Careers change. Priorities change. An actor who wants to spend more time away from television today could potentially feel differently in the future. That is why the door should not be considered permanently closed unless Ryan makes that decision publicly. Why fans still miss him? There is something unique about soap opera fandom. Viewers do not simply watch a character for a few hours and move on. They may watch that character's story for years. They see the character through celebrations, heartbreak, family conflicts, friendships, romances, and difficult decisions. Eventually, the actor becomes part of the audience's routine. For many fans, Ryan Paevey was exactly that kind of familiar presence. His appearance on television became something they associated with their daily or weekly viewing habits. So when he stepped away, fans noticed. Some viewers miss Nathan West. Some miss Ryan's performances. Others simply miss seeing a familiar face on their screens. Those are different feelings, but they all lead to the same question. Will Ryan ever come back? One of the most interesting aspects of Ryan Paevey's journey is that acting has never appeared to be his only interest. Over the years, he has shown interest in creative and hands-on pursuits that give him a different kind of satisfaction. That matters because success in Hollywood does not necessarily mean someone wants to remain constantly visible. For some actors, the entertainment industry is the dream. For others, it becomes one chapter of a much larger life. Ryan's career demonstrates how a person can become successful in one field while still wanting to explore different directions. Fans may wish he would return to television, but they also have to recognize that an actor's career ultimately belongs to the actor. Social media has changed the way fans follow celebrities. Another reason Ryan's absence can feel confusing is the modern social media environment. Today, fans expect frequent updates from celebrities. They're used to seeing actors post behind-the-scenes photos, interviews, videos, announcements, and personal updates. When someone becomes quieter online, fans can quickly begin wondering what happened. But silence does not automatically equal bad news. A celebrity may simply choose to keep more of their personal life private. That can be especially true for someone who wants to maintain a separation between public career and private life. Therefore, fans should avoid assuming the worst simply because Ryan is not constantly appearing in headlines. The General Hospital question. Of course, one question continues to dominate discussions among soap fans. Could Ryan Paevey return to General Hospital? It is understandable why fans ask. Nathan West remains a character many viewers remember, and Ryan's performance left a strong impression. But a potential return would depend on many factors, including Ryan's own interests, the show's creative direction, scheduling, and whether the writers had a story that made sense for the character. Until an official announcement is made, the idea of a return should remain a possibility rather than a confirmed event. That distinction is important for fans who want accurate information. Fans are divided. Interestingly, not every fan believes Ryan should return. Some viewers desperately want to see him back on television. Others say they support whatever decision makes him happiest. That second group makes an important point. An actor's value is not determined by how often fans see them on screen. Ryan does not have to return to a soap opera to prove that his career mattered. His work already created memories for thousands of viewers. If he chooses to continue exploring life outside acting, supporters can respect that decision while still appreciating his past work. What could happen next? There are several possible directions for Ryan's future. He could eventually return to acting. He could choose occasional projects instead of a full-time television schedule. He could focus on creative interests outside traditional acting. Or he could continue enjoying a quieter lifestyle away from the entertainment spotlight. At this point, fans should not assume which path he will choose. The most reasonable approach is to wait for reliable information rather than believe every rumor circulating online. That does not mean fans have to stop hoping. Hope and confirmation are two different things. Fans can absolutely hope to see Ryan again while understanding that there is no confirmed comeback unless an official announcement says otherwise. Why his legacy continues. Ryan Paevey's popularity is not simply about how many episodes he appeared in. It is about the emotional connection viewers developed with his performances. Nathan West became memorable because fans cared about what happened to him. That is one of the biggest compliments an actor can receive. Years later, viewers are still talking about the character and still asking about Ryan's career. That kind of lasting interest shows that his time on television meant something to his audience. Even if Ryan chooses a completely different professional direction, that history will remain. The emotional side of the story. For longtime fans, Ryan's absence can bring a strange mixture of emotions. There is nostalgia for the past. There is curiosity about the present. And there is hope for the future. Some fans may watch old scenes and remember exactly where they were when those episodes originally aired. Others may discover Ryan's work years later and wonder why he is no longer appearing regularly. That is the power of television. A performance can remain with an audience long after the original episode ends. The most important question. Instead of asking only, why isn't Ryan Paevey on television anymore? Perhaps the better question is, what does Ryan Paevey want for the next chapter of his life? That answer belongs to Ryan. Fans can speculate, discuss, and hope, but only he can decide what comes next. If he returns to acting, many longtime viewers will undoubtedly celebrate. If he chooses to remain outside the spotlight, his supporters can still appreciate the work he has already given them. Either way, his story is not defined by one television role. Ryan Paevey may be less visible on television today, but that does not mean fans have forgotten him. Quite the opposite. His continued presence in online fan conversations proves that viewers still care about his career and wonder what the future might bring. For General Hospital fans, Nathan West remains a memorable part of the show's history. For Ryan's wider audience, his work in television movies and other projects created an even larger fan base. So, where is Ryan Paevey now? The simplest answer is that he appears to be living a different chapter, one that is not centered on being a weekly television presence. Could that change someday? Absolutely possible. Is a return confirmed? Fans should wait for official information before treating rumors as fact. And perhaps that is what makes Ryan's future so interesting. The next chapter has not been completely written. For now, fans can continue supporting him, remembering the characters he brought to life, and respecting the choices he makes for his own career and life. Because sometimes, stepping away from the spotlight does not mean the story is over. It simply means the next chapter has not been revealed yet. Ryan Paevey has once again become the center of attention among General Hospital fans, and this time, the biggest question is not simply about what happened to his character. It is about what could come next for the actor. After making a highly anticipated return to General Hospital as Cassius Faison, Pavey's latest storyline reached its current conclusion in July 2026. But instead of giving fans a completely closed ending, the show left Cassius' future open. That single creative decision has kept viewers talking and wondering whether this really is goodbye or simply another see you later. And that is exactly why Ryan Paevey's name continues to generate so much conversation. The return fans never expected. Ryan Paevey first became widely known to General Hospital viewers as Nathan West, a character he played from 2013 to 2018. His original run made him a favorite among many daytime fans, so his return in September 2025 created immediate excitement. However, the comeback came with a major mystery. At first, viewers were led to believe that Pavey was returning as Nathan. Eventually, the truth was revealed. He was actually playing Nathan's previously unknown twin brother, Cassius Faison. The revelation gave Pavey a completely different character to explore, while still allowing longtime viewers to enjoy the familiarity of seeing him back in Port Charles. Cassius was not simply a copy of Nathan. His personality, motivations, and complicated history created a different kind of story for Pavey to play. For fans who had missed seeing him on the show, it was an opportunity to watch the actor take on something new while reconnecting with the world that originally made him a daytime favorite. But there was always one problem. Nobody knew exactly how long the return would last.